Same seed, same dream. Notebook open, same old page. Different thoughts, a different age. Used to write just anything. Now I'm careful what I say. Coffee next to all my plans. Half of them I understand. Half of them still feel too big for the person that I am. They say take it one step at a time, but I'm always thinking 5 ahead, trying not to fall behind while I'm stuck inside my head. I don't say it out loud, but I feel it right now. Back at the table, same seat again, trying to be someone I don't know yet. Back at the table, still figuring out how to be everything I think about. Back at the table, same seat again. People come and people go, different paths I'll never know. Everyone looks like they're short while I'm learning as I go. Scrolling through what they achieve, comparing it to me. They say stay in your own lane, but it's hard not to see. I close my phone, I take a breath, try to focus on what's left right here in front of me, on what I can be. Not everything's a race, I just need my pace. Back at the table, same seat again, trying to be someone I don't know yet. Back at the table, still figuring out how to be everything I think about. Maybe I don't need it all, maybe I don't need a rush. Maybe all these little steps mean a little more than much. I don't need to have it now, I don't need to prove it loud. Maybe showing up again is enough to make me proud. And I'm still here, still trying, even when I don't feel strong. And that might be the answer I've been searching for all along. Not perfect, not complete, still I'm in my seat. Back at the table, but something's changed. I'm not the same as yesterday. Back at the table, still working it out, but I feel closer now than I did before. One day I'll look back at this and see how far I came. All the nights I stayed right here, trying to find my name. Back at the table, same seat again, same seat. But now I'm someone I didn't know then. Back at the table, still figuring out, but I'm becoming what I dream about. Same seat, same dream, still me. Another one, yeah. You said you'd only stay for one, but you ordered number 2. Said it like it didn't mean anything to you. You kept your eyes on the cup, but your smile gave it away. Like you didn't want to leave yet, but didn't know what to say. I asked if you had plans tonight. You said nothing I can't miss. Then looked up, just enough like you wanted me to catch it. But we don't say too much out loud, but it's louder than we think. Stay for another cup, we don't gotta rush. Stay for another cup, that's already enough. Stay for another cup, let the moment run. We don't need to call it love, just don't get up. Another cup, stay a little longer. Barista called your name again, you didn't even turn. Like you used to being here or used to letting things burn. You said I should probably go, but you didn't even stand. Just trace circles on the table with the back of your hand. I said you don't have to stay, but I didn't mean it right. Cause I watched you hesitate like you might. We both know what this could be, we just leave it incomplete. Stay for another cup, we don't gotta rush. Stay for another cup, that's already enough. Stay for another cup, let the moment run. We don't need to say too much, just don't get up. All it is, not a start, not an end, just a place we meet halfway between strangers and friends. And I don't need to figure out where it's going from here. Some things feel better when you keep them right here, like the way you stay too long but not long enough, and the way we both pretend that it's just a cup. Not everything needs a name, some things stay the same. Stay for another cup, let it overflow. Stay for another cup, we don't need to know, we don't need to know. Stay for another cup, even if it's done. We don't need forever, just this one. If you leave, I'll understand. If you stay, I won't ask why. We don't need to hold it down, we just let it pass us by. Stay for another cup, we don't gotta rush. Stay for another cup, that's already enough. Stay for another cup, let the moment run. We don't need to call it love, just don't get up. Another cup, stay a little longer. Another cup. Say it slow, don't rush. You're closer than before tonight, I can feel it in the space. You don't move away this time when I lean into your place. Your voice is softer when you speak, like you don't wanna break the mood. And every word you let out slow feels like something more than truth. Your hand rests near mine again, not quite touching, not too far. Like we're waiting for a sign, but we already know we are. We don't need to move too fast, let it happen like it lasts. Say it slow, don't let it go too fast. Stay this close, make a moment last. Say it slow, I don't like you're letting something fall without asking what it means. You said we don't have to talk, I say yeah I know, but the way you said it felt like you wanted me close. There's a rhythm in the silence, in the way we barely move, like we're both inside the moment, trying not to lose. We don't need to name it now, we already feel it somehow. Say it slow, don't break the flow, stay this close, don't let me go. Say it slow, we don't need to know what it means, just stay in the flow. Maybe this don't mean a thing, maybe it means too much, but right now it's just the way that your hand almost touches. And I don't need to chase it, I don't need to understand, I just feel it in the moment when you move a little closer again. And that's enough for me tonight, not forever, just this time. Something real without a name, something we don't have to claim. Let it stay right where it is, right here, just like this. Say it slow, don't let it slip away, stay this close, even if we don't stay it slow. Let it overflow, we don't need control, just don't let it go. No pressure, no line, no future, no signs, just this moment we hold before it gets old. Say it slow, don't let go. We stay too late. Sunlight creeping through the blinds, we didn't notice all that time. Your cup's been empty for a while, still you haven't said goodbye. We said we'd leave around 2, now it's almost 5:30. We've been talking in circles, but it still feels right. Your voice got softer as it went, like you forgot what time it is, and I forgot it too. Just sitting here with you, we don't need to say a thing, we already stay too long. We stay too late, but I don't mind. We stay too late, lost track of time. We stay too late, and that's okay. If this is all we get, I'd still stay. Stay too late, we stay too late. You said I should probably go, but you didn't even move. Just leaned back in your chair like you weren't ready to. I said yeah, me too, but I didn't stand up. Guess we both were waiting for the other one to say something more than that'll make it feel like less. But we stayed in that middle where nothing needs to be said. We don't need a reason now, we're already past that point. We stay too late, but I don't mind. We stay too late, let it rewind. We stay too late, didn't look away. If it ends right here, I'd still stay. Maybe it don't mean a thing, maybe it means too much. Maybe it's just what it is when you don't rush. And I don't need a name and now I'll figure where it goes. Sometimes the best things we have are the ones we don't control. And I'm good with how it feels, even if it fades away, 'cause it felt real enough to remember anyway. Not everything needs a plan, sometimes it just happens. We stay too late, didn't even try. We stay too late, watch the night go by. We stay too late, and I won't complain if it ends like this. I'd do it again. No pressure, no rush, no need to decide. Just a night we held without asking why. We stay too late, but I don't mind. We stay too late, lost track of time. We stay too late, and that's okay. If this is all we get, I'd still stay. Stay too late. We stay too late. Still here. Don't think too much. You don't say much, but I feel it in the way you're leaning slow, like you're thinking about leaving, but you don't really go. You got your hand on your glass, like you're buying time again. And I'm watching every second, like I know where this could end. We don't need to talk about it, we don't need to make a move, but there's something in the rhythm when I'm sitting here with you. We don't gotta rush it, we can let it fall in place. Slide a little closer, don't say a word. We don't need to overthink what we already heard. Slide a little closer, stay in the groove. We don't need to call it love, just let it move. Slide, slide closer, just a little closer. You smile like you know it, like you feel it too, like you're not even trying, but it's pulling you through. You don't pull away quick, but you don't go too far, like you're walking that line between safe and where we are. And I like how it feels when you don't try to explain, when you let it just happen without calling a name. We don't need to define it, we just need to stay right here. Slide a little closer, don't break the flow. We don't need a reason, we already know. Slide a little closer, stay in the groove. We don't need to say too much, just let it move. Yeah. Long, maybe it fades out soon, but right now it's something and I'm good with the truth. Not a promise, not forever, not a plan to hold, just a moment that we're in that we don't control. And I don't need to chase it, I don't need to prove. If it's real, it'll stay. If not, we still had the groove. Let it ride, don't stop it now, we're already in it. Slide a little closer, don't let it break, don't let it break. We don't need to rush it, we don't need to wait. Slide a little closer, stay in the sound. We don't need to leave yet, but we can stay right now. No pressure, no rush, no what are we taught? Just the night that feels right and a rhythm we caught. Slide a little closer, don't say a word. You don't need to overthink what we already heard. Slide a little closer, stay in the groove. We don't need to call it love, just let it move. Slide a little closer. Guess it's not my place. I saw you through the window, didn't mean to stop and stare. You were laughing like you used to, with somebody sitting there. You leaned in just a little, like I know you always do. And it hit me in a second that it wasn't me with you. I thought I'd be okay with it, thought I moved along, but something in my chest just said, maybe I was wrong. I don't have the right to feel this way, but I feel it anyway. It's not my place to say your name like that. It's not my place to want you back. It's not my place to feel this kind of way, but I still do anyway. Not my place, not my place. You reach for their hand slowly, like it felt natural, like you never second-guessed it, like it wasn't difficult. And I stood there for a moment like I didn't understand how something that was once mine fits so easy in their hands. I don't blame you for moving on, I know I had my chance, but it's harder when I see it, not just in my head. I don't get to feel this now, still I don't know how not to. It's not my place to say you're still mine. It's not my place to cross that line. It's not my place to wish it away, but I still do every day. I just miss the way you used to look at me, not the person you are now or who you chose to be. And maybe that's the truth of it. It's not about right now, it's just a version of us then I never figured out. And I hate that it still lingers when I thought I let it go. But some things don't really leave, they just stay quiet below. I don't say a word out loud, but it's loud enough inside. It's not my place to stand and watch you smile. It's not my place to stay a while. It's not my place to feel this way, but I still do anyway. still care. It's not my place, but you're still there. It's not my place, and I know that's true, but I still feel like I lost you. Not my place, not my place, still hurts. This feels easy. You don't try to impress me. You don't say too much, but the way you sit beside me says enough. We don't rush the conversation. We don't fill the space. We just let the quiet settle in a comfortable place. I've been used to complicated things that never stayed, but with you it's something different in the simplest way. No pressure, no pretending, just being here with you. It feels like home when I'm next to you. Nothing to prove, nothing to lose. It feels like home, and the way you move, I don't need more when I'm with you. Feels like home, feels like home. You remember how I take it, little things I say, like it matters in a way I've never had before. You don't ask me to be different, you don't pull away. You just meet me where I'm standing every single day. And I don't have to overthink it, don't have to explain why I feel a little lighter when you say my name. No fear, no second guessing, just something that is true. It feels like home when I'm next to you. Nothing to prove, nothing to lose. It feels like home in the way you move. I don't need more when I'm with you. Where this is going, I don't need to know. All I know is how it feels, and I don't wanna let it go. Not a question, not a maybe, not a what if kind, just a quiet understanding that I've been trying to find. Maybe this is what it's meant to be, something simple, something real. It feels like home, even in the silence, even when we don't say anything. It feels like home in the smallest moments, in the way you look at me. I don't need forever, I don't need a plan. If this is all we ever get, I'll take it as it stands. But something tells me slowly this might last a while, and I'm okay with that if you stay a while. It feels like home when I'm next to you. Nothing to prove, nothing to lose. It feels like home, and I hope you feel it too. I don't need more if I'm with you. Feels like home, feels like home. With you. We said we're friends. You said let's just keep it simple. I said yeah, that makes sense. We both laughed like it was easy, then we called it just friends. Now we're sitting how we used to, same place, same routine. Only difference is the distance in the space in between. You still tell me all your stories, I still listen like before. But I notice all the moments that we quietly ignore. We made it sound so easy, but it doesn't feel that way. We said we're friends, but it don't feel right. We said we're friends, but it don't feel right. We said we're friends, but I still feel you there. We said we're friends, but I still care, still care, still care. You don't reach for me the same, but you don't pull away like you're careful with the line. We decided not to break. I pretend I don't notice when you look a little longer, then look down like it's nothing, like you're trying to be stronger. You said this is better for us. I said yeah, I agree, but I think we both can tell what it's really doing to me. We're not crossing any lines, but we're not fine. We said we're friends, but it don't feel true. We said we're friends, but I still want you. We said we're friends, but it's hard to pretend. We said we're friends, but it doesn't end. This is what it is, not enough but not a miss, just a place we chose to stay instead of walking away. And I don't blame you for it, I said yes the same way too, but there's a difference between safe and something that feels true. And I think we both know we didn't lose it overnight. We just slowly turned it into something easier than right. Not a fight, not a break, just a choice that we made. We said we're friends, but it don't feel free. We said we're friends, but it's hurting me. We said we're friends, but I feel the end. We said we're friends, and that's where it ends. Maybe one day this will make sense. Maybe we'll really be friends, but right now it's just a word we're using to not feel worse. We said we're friends, but it don't feel right. We said we're friends, but I think we lied. We said we're friends, but I still care. We said we're friends, and it's still there. We said we're friends. We said we're friends. We said we said you came back too late. You walking like nothing changed, like you still knew my name, like you didn't disappear for all those months away. You said I've been thinking about you, like that would be enough, like I'd still be right here waiting, like I never gave you up. I smiled just to keep it easy, pulled your chair in like before, but something in me stayed quiet that wasn't quiet before. You think I'm still the same, but I'm not where you left me. You came back too late, I don't feel the same. You came back too late, but I'm glad you came. I don't hate you now, I just moved away. You came back too late, and I couldn't stay. Too late, too late. You're still saying all the things that used to pull me in, still reaching for my hand like you know where I've been. But I don't mean the way I did, I don't fall like that. It's not that I don't feel it, I just don't fall back. You said we could try again, like we paused, not ended. But I lived through every moment you never defended. You see what you remember, I see what it became. You came back too late, I don't feel the same. You came back too late, but I don't feel the pain. I don't need to run, I don't need to explain. You came back too late, and I won't stay. There was a time I would've stayed, would've taken you back that day, would've called it something real, would've said it felt the same. But that version of me is gone, not because you left too long, but because I learned to be someone stronger on my own. And I don't regret the past, it just taught me what won't last. Some doors don't slam shut, they just don't open again. You came back too late, but I'm doing okay. You came back too late, and I found my way. I don't miss what we were, I just miss what it gave. You came back too late, and I'm not the same. I hope you find what you were looking for, I just can't be that anymore. And I don't say that out of spite, I just learned how to be alright. You came back too late, I don't feel the same. You came back too late, but I'm glad you came. I don't hate you now, I just moved away. You came back too late, and I couldn't stay. Too late, too late. You came back too late. I should have said it. We've been sitting here for years, same jokes, same kind of tears. You know things I never told, and I know when you're not okay. We've been good at keeping safe, never crossing that thin space where it turns from what we are into something we can't place. You say you're the one I trust, I say yeah, that's what we are. But something in the way you smiled felt a little off. We both felt it come and go, but we never let it show. Now it's too late to say it, too late to change what we made. We were right there, almost there, but we let it fade. Now it's too late to call it something more than what it is. We were close enough to touch, but we never did. Too late to say it. You told me you met someone, I said I'm happy for you, but I felt it in my chest like I knew what that would do. You still talk to me the same, still call me late at night, but now there's something different in the way you say goodbye. I could've said it back then when it first crossed my mind, but I chose to keep it easy. Now I'm running out of time. We let comfort be enough, now it's breaking us apart. Now it's too late to say it, too late to turn it around. We were standing on the edge, but we never fell down. Now it's too late to call it anything we could have been. We were right there at the door, but we never walked in. Maybe it was never fear, maybe it was timing wrong. Maybe we just stayed too close to ever move along. Or maybe we both knew and we let it pass, 'cause we didn't want to lose what we already had. But now I see it clearer in the space you left behind. We were something real enough, we just never tried. Not every love gets a chance, some just pass. Now it's too late to say it, too late to make it right. We were everything but brave at the wrong time. Now it's too late to call it something we could keep. We were more than just friends, but we stayed incomplete. If I told you now, would it matter? Or would it just make it harder? Would you look at me the same, or wish I never said your name? I guess I'll never really know, and maybe that's how it goes. Now it's too late to say it, too late to take the risk. We were right there in it, but we let it slip. Now it's too late to call it something we could say. We were almost everything, we were just too late to say it. Too late to say it. We don't have to say it. You walked in like nothing's wrong, like we haven't been gone this long. Took the seat like you always do, like it still belongs to you. I asked you how you been these days. You said same, then looked away. There's a weight in what we don't say, sitting heavy on the table. You still laugh the way I know, still stay longer than you should. But something in it feels different now, even when it feels this good. We don't need to call it out, but we both feel it now. This the last time like this, last night we'll ever sit close enough to feel it, far enough to quit. This the last time we try not to say goodbye. We don't need to lie, we both know why. Last time like this. Yeah, you still reach without thinking twice, like your hand remembers mine. Then you stop halfway through, like you caught yourself in time. We don't pull away too fast, we don't hold it like before. Just enough to feel the past, not enough to want more. You said funny how it goes, I say yeah, I guess it does. But we both were talking about everything we never was. Not a fight, not a scene, just a quiet in between. It's the last time like this, last moment we exist, somewhere in the middle of what we almost did. This the last time we stay looking at it this way. We don't need to say what we gave away. There's no fixing what we had, no rewriting how it ends. Just a version of us here trying not to pretend. And I think that's why it hurts, not because we're letting go, but because it still feels right. Even when we know that we're better off apart than holding on too long. But that doesn't make it easy when it still feels strong. Some things don't break apart, they just fade out slow. This the last time like this, last long we won't miss. Even if it's over, I'll remember it. This the last time we stay, letting it feel this way. We don't need to change, we just walk away. Maybe this is how it goes. No big ending, no big close. Just tonight we both outgrow. But don't forget, and I'll see you somewhere else in a life we never kept. But tonight is all we get, and I won't regret. This the last time like this, and I'm okay with it. Even if it lingers after everything ends. It's the last time we stay looking at it this way. We don't need to lie, we both know why. Last time like this, last time like this. Last time. Hey, it's been a while. I almost didn't recognize you. Different hair, same eyes. You smile like you always do, like nothing changed with time. We both laughed a little awkward, like we didn't know the part where we talk about the past, or just keep it where we are. You said, "Have you been lately?" I said, "Yeah, I'm doing fine." But we both could hear the distance in between the lines. We used to know what this was. Now we don't say it much. We're different now, but something feels the same. We're different now, but you still say my name. We don't fit the way we did, but we still feel like this. We're different now, but not enough. Different now, different now. You still take your coffee slow, still look out the glass, like you're thinking something deeper, but you never asked. I remember how it felt when it used to mean so much. Now it's lighter somehow, but it still hits just enough. You said, "Funny how it changes." I said, "Yeah, I guess it does." But we both avoided saying what it really was. We're not who we were back then, but we're not strangers yet. We're different now, but something feels the same. We're different now, but I still feel your way. We don't stay the way we did, but we still fall like this. We're different now, but not enough. There's a version we outgrew, there's a version we outlasted, there's a version sitting here trying not to ask it. If we tried again tonight, would it feel like it did? Or will we just be chasing something we already lived? And I think we both know that answer without saying it. Some things don't come back the same, even when they stay. We're different now, but something still remains. We're different now, but I still feel your name. We don't hold the way we did, but we still touch like not enough. Maybe we're not meant to be what we were back then. Maybe we're just meant to meet and let it end again. Not a failure, not a loss, just a moment passing through. Still it hurts a little more when it's someone like you. And I finally see it clear. We're different now, but I'm glad you're here. Even if it doesn't stay, even if we walk away, we're different now, and that's enough. Different. I think you knew you were quieter than usual. didn't laugh the way you do. Kept your eyes on your reflection, more than looking back at me. You said I'm just a little tired, but I could tell it wasn't that. There was something in the distance, in the way you leaned back. I kept talking like I didn't notice, like I didn't see it change. But something in me felt this shift before you even said a thing. I think you knew it first, I just felt it later. You knew before me that we were fading slowly. You knew before me, but you didn't show me. I was still holding on while you were already gone. You knew before me, and I didn't. You knew before me. You kept reaching for your phone like you needed something else, like this moment wasn't enough, like you weren't really here. I asked if everything was fine, you said yeah, it's just a phase. But the way you said it didn't sound the same. We stayed sitting in the quiet, but it wasn't like before. It felt heavier somehow, like we both knew what it was for. And I wish I would've asked you before it slipped too far, but I kept pretending comfort was the same thing as we are. You were already letting go, I was just catching up. You knew before me that we were losing something. You knew before me, but you said it was nothing. I was still calling it love while you had already had enough. You knew before me, and I didn't. That I tried to hold too tight. Every time you pulled away and I told myself you're fine. It wasn't one big ending, just 1,000 little signs. And I missed them while I stayed, trying not to lose your time. Maybe you were being kind, letting me get there slow. But I wish I would've known what you already knew. Not every ending is loud, some just come quietly. You knew before me that it wasn't gonna last. You knew before me, but you let me hold the past. I was still trying to fix something you already quit. You knew before me, and I didn't. Maybe that's what hurts the most, not the fact that you let go, but you stayed just long enough to let me feel it on my own. I don't blame you for the way that it all played out. I just wish I saw it sooner when it first turned around. You knew before me, and I finally see it now. You knew before me, I just didn't know how to let it fall apart before it broke my heart. You knew before me, now I do. You knew before me. You knew before me. You stayed. You said you had somewhere to be, but you never looked at your keys. Just kept your hands around your cup like leaving wasn't easy for you. There's a quiet in the way you sit, like you're thinking but you don't admit it. I've seen that look before, but never this close. You asked me how my week had been. I gave you something in between. Not too deep, not too light, just enough to pass the time. But time kept passing anyway, and you didn't walk away. We both know how this should go, but neither one of us moves. You stayed anyway, even when you said you wouldn't. You stayed anyway, like you knew you probably shouldn't. We didn't say a thing, but it felt like everything. You stayed anyway, and I did too. You stayed. You stayed anyway. The song changed, then changed again. Still, we didn't make it end. You laughed at something small I said, like you weren't halfway out the door. I noticed how you leaned back slow, like you were buying time you don't own. And I didn't call it out, I just let it play out. We talked about nothing real, but somehow it still felt real. Like we didn't need to try to make sense of why. And maybe that's what kept us there, not knowing, not caring. We both felt it in the air, but left it hanging there. You stayed anyway, even when you said you wouldn't. You stayed anyway, like you knew you probably shouldn't. We didn't cross the line, but we didn't draw it either. You stayed anyway, a little longer. There's a version where you leap on time, and I don't think about it twice. There's a version where I don't notice the way you look when I'm not looking. But this one, this quiet in between, feels like something we won't repeat. And I don't know if that's the point, or just the part I'll remember. Not everything needs a name, but that don't make it the same. You stayed anyway, when it would have been easier to go. You stayed anyway, like you needed me to know. We didn't make it more, we didn't make it less. You stayed anyway, and that was enough. Maybe tomorrow you won't come back. Maybe I won't ask you that. Maybe this just lives right here in a night that disappears. But I'd still take it as it was, even knowing what it wasn't. You stayed anyway, even when you said you wouldn't. You stayed anyway, like you knew you probably shouldn't. We didn't say goodbye, we didn't say we'd meet again. You stayed anyway, right till the end. You stayed anyway. You stayed anyway. You stayed. You stayed anyway. getting late, they're turning off the lights. We stayed too long again tonight. You're tracing circles on the glass, like you're trying to make this last. I've been holding something back, sitting somewhere in my chest. Every time I almost speak, I just let it rest. I don't know what I'm afraid of, but I feel it every time. If I say it now, will it change what we are? Will it push you away or bring you closer than before? If I say it now, will it break what we've made? Or was it always meant to end this way? You look at me like you can tell there's something I don't say out loud, but you don't ask and I don't push. We let the silence talk around. You said you like it simple, I said I do too, but simple doesn't feel the same when I'm sitting here with you. I don't know if I should keep it or just let it fall tonight. If I say it now, will it change what we are? Will it make it too real or take it too far? If I say it now, will it stay or just fade? Or was it always meant to end this way? Maybe I don't need to know every answer before I go. Maybe all I really need is to finally let it show. Even if it doesn't stay, even if you walk away, at least I won't be wondering what I didn't say. So I'll say it now, even if it's too late, even if it changes everything we've made. I'll say it now, I don't need to pretend. If it ends right here, at least I said it in the end. You don't say a word, but you don't look away. You don't have to say a word tonight, I can read it in your eyes just fine. There's a quiet in the way you move, like you're scared of what this might turn into. Your coffee's getting colder by the minute, but you don't even seem to notice it. You're somewhere between staying and leaving, and I'm somewhere in between believing. We don't need to rush this feeling, we can let it come and go. Take your time with me, we don't need to know what this could be. Stay a little longer in the in-between, where it feels like something we don't need to name. Take your time with me, we don't have to figure everything. If it's gone tomorrow, we'll be okay. But tonight, just take your time with me. You said you're not the kind to fall too fast, I said I'm not the kind to make it last. But somehow we're still sitting here, like we're both pretending it's not clear. I could ask you what you're really thinking, but I like the way the silence fills it in. Not every moment needs explaining, some are better left the way they've been. don't need to chase the meaning, let it stay the way it flows. Take your time with me, we don't need to know what this could be. Stay a little longer in the in-between, where it feels like something we don't need to name. Take your time with me, we don't have to figure everything. If it's gone tomorrow, we'll be okay. But tonight, just take your time with me. Maybe we won't see this through, maybe I won't end up with you, but right now, that doesn't matter. When the moment feels this true, we don't need to make it more than a night we won't ignore. Just something we can hold before it disappears. Take your time with me, even if it's all we'll ever be. Stay a little longer in the in-between, where it feels like something we don't have to keep. Take your time with me, let it be exactly what it seems. If it fades tomorrow, we'll be okay. But tonight, just take your time with me. You don't have to say goodbye, just let it pass us by. Take your time with me. You walked in late around 9:30. Said, is the seat taken? I said, it's mine. You laughed a bit, then you sat down slow, like you had somewhere else, but didn't wanna go. You ordered something you didn't finish, kept looking out like you were in it. Somewhere far but still right here, close enough to feel you near. They say nights like this don't last, but I don't wanna think that fast. Stay till closing, don't go home, we don't have to be alone. One more minute, one more line, let me have a little time. Stay till closing just like this, don't turn something into this. If it ends when lights go low, I just don't wanna know. You said I don't usually stay this long, but you didn't move when they changed the song. I said me neither, but that's not true. I just didn't wanna leave with you. You smiled like you understood, like you knew I probably would. Say less than I really feel, keep it light, keep it real. They say don't hold on too tight, but I might just for tonight. Stay till closing, don't go home, we don't have to be alone. One more second, one more sign, say you'll stay a little time. Stay till closing, don't move yet, I'm not ready to forget. If this fades when morning shows, I don't wanna know. Maybe this is all it is, just a night we almost missed. Not forever, not a plan, just Stay till close and don't go home. We don't have to be alone. One more minute, one more line. Let me have a little time. Stay till close and don't let go. We don't need to take it slow. If this ends, I'll still be glad for the time we had. Stay till closing. Don't go home. You walked in like nothing changed. Same place, just a different day. We both knew what this would be. Something small, something easy. You said, how have you been these days? Like we skipped the in-between. I said, yeah, I'm doing fine. Like it didn't mean anything. We didn't talk about the end. Guess we both know how that went. Some things don't need explaining. They just fade without a name. We were alright, weren't we? Not forever, just briefly. Not the kind you hold on to, but enough to feel it through. We were alright, I think. Somewhere between what we didn't say and what we meant. You still laugh the same way. Like you don't try too hard. Still take your coffee too slow. Like you're not ready to go. I notice things I used to miss, or maybe I just see them now. When it's not about keeping it, just letting it play out. We didn't try to make it last. Maybe that's why it felt like that. They say some things come and go. Guess we were one of those. We were alright, weren't we? Not too close, not too deep. Just enough to leave a mark, not enough to break apart. We were alright, I know. Even if we never called it home. Even if we let it go. What made it work? We didn't try to make it more. No pressure, no promises, just what it was. And maybe that's the part I keep. Not the ending, not the leave, just the way it felt. Before we needed anything else. We were alright, weren't we? Even if it didn't mean everything. Even if it didn't stay. It was real in its own way. We were alright, I think. And that's enough for me to keep. You left before I finished mine. I stayed back, but I didn't mind. We were alright. You said you'd only be a minute. Left your jacket on the chair. Like you planned on coming back. Like you'd still be there. I didn't think too much about it. Just kept talking to myself. Watched the door without noticing I was waiting for someone else. It's strange how something so small can end up meaning it all. You didn't stay, but you didn't say goodbye. You just slipped away like it wasn't worth a try. You didn't stay, and I don't know why, but I'm still here, like you might walk in tonight. Your coffee sitting where you left it, halfway full, gone cold. I thought about moving it, but I let it be. I don't know, maybe it's just something simple. Maybe I'm reading too deep, but I've been here for an hour now, and I'm still in your seat. They say don't wait around, but I don't know how. You didn't stay, but you didn't say goodbye. You just slipped away like it didn't cross your mind. You didn't stay, and I don't know why, but I'm still here, like you might walk in tonight. Maybe you just got distracted, maybe something came up, or maybe I just meant less than I thought I did. I don't need an answer, I just wish I knew. When you left that chair, did you think of me too? You didn't stay, and I'm still here somehow, thinking maybe I should leave, but I don't know how. You didn't stay, but I stayed too long, trying to understand what went wrong. I'll give it 5 more minutes, then I'll finally go. Probably. You said you didn't mean to stay this long, but you didn't move when the song came on. Your coffee's cold, but you don't seem to mind. You're just sitting there, taking your time. I thought I'd be the one to leave first, say something casual, nothing rehearsed, but I'm still here and I don't know why. Guess I'm better at waiting than saying goodbye. It's funny how the smallest things feel like they mean everything. So take your time, don't rush it now. We don't need to figure it out. If this is all it's meant to be, then stay a little longer with me. Take your time, just like this. We don't need more than it is. If it ends when we walk out, we had enough right now. You laugh at things I don't quite catch, but I like the way you lean back, like you've done this all before, like you don't need anything more. I almost asked you where you're from, or if there's someone you go home to, but some questions feel too loud in the moment this quiet somehow. I don't need to know your past to know I want this to last. So take your time, don't rush it now. We don't need to figure it out. If this is all it's meant to be, then stay a little longer with me. Take your time, just like this. We don't need more than it is. If it ends when we walk out, we had enough right now. Maybe tomorrow just two people not trying too hard. So take your time, don't rush it now. Let the silence speak somehow. If this is all we ever get, it's more than I expected. Take your time, just like this. There's nothing here I'd want to miss. If we leave and that's the end, I'd still do it all again. You said you didn't mean to stay this long. You're still here.